my experience, the lessons I've learned through trial and error, my commitment to my craft. This is my life's work.
And then last one for me, kind of a true or false question. You're here, you're in the desert, Khabib's a hometown hero. Does pressure make diamonds?
You better believe it. Pressure makes diamonds.
So Dustin, when you first started fighting, did you think this was going to be a platform to which the people around you, your circle, your city would view you as a role model and let that be your outlet to kind of shine through as who you are as a person?
Had no idea. Over the years, it just one step after one foot after another, and it's where it is now with my charity and with all the things we're doing in my hometown and with this one across the world. But that wasn't the goal when I first started fighting. That just it happened.
How's Abu Dhabi treated you? What was the most luxurious thing you've seen since you got out here?
The most luxurious thing, I don't know, man. I got Rolls Royce escorts from the airport to a beautiful villa at Sadia Resort, and everything's been incredible. It's been very nice.
So this is prize fighting, where the goal is really to get as much as you can while you can. With a win on Saturday night, the UFC offers you Conor McGregor or Tony Ferguson. Which one will you take?
At the end of the day, it's about money. That's a tough one, man. I want to respect the game and say Tony.
Fair enough. So, of course, everyone's, Khabib's a wrestler, and you had this epic run to get the interim title, and most of the guys have been content to strike it out with you. Are you switching anything specifically for Khabib? And if so, do you think that might take away from the magic that actually got you?
No, the magic that got me here is heart and determination. I think what you're going to see is the other sides of my game. The guys I've been fighting have been kickboxers mostly, or haven't been able to get me down. So you're just going to see new wrinkles or new parts of my game that I haven't had to show.
My last question, what do you think is going to be the hardest part of this fight?
I think keeping my back off the fence, finding, when I do get taken down, creating and finding space. His top pressure looks like it's really tight, but that's why I'm so excited to get in there and feel it.
One for the workout yesterday. It's a big show, and what are you thinking about today?
It means it's going to be a huge night in combat sports. It's a historic night. I think it's going to be, obviously it's sold out. I heard weigh-ins are sold out. It's just, it's a big deal. This is a big night in combat sports.
Your feelings to fight in Abu Dhabi, not in USA?
If I what?
Your feeling about the fight in Abu Dhabi and not in USA, your country?
It's exciting. I'm grateful. When I got on the plane leaving Miami to fly here, I embraced the unknown. I was excited to come out here and find out what's going to throw itself at me during fight week, what obstacles I'm going to have to overcome. I enjoy that.
Did you have any opportunity to work to spar with them? Polish guys,
Who?
like Gamrot or...
Gamrot, we got to grapple a little bit, very strong. Very, very good grappler. Yeah.
He left nowadays KSW, his organization. People say that maybe he's talking with UFC. Do you see him in UFC? Have he any chance to do something good in there?
He definitely has the skill set to compete with the best in the world. I felt that on the mats with him. I wish him all the best,
Okay, and what about Joanna Jędrzejczyk? Will she become again a strawweight queen?
I believe she has the ability to do it if she really wants to. She's such a hard worker, and her focus and mindset is so strong. I enjoy being in the gym and working next to her.
How are you?
Great.
I will be straightforward in this. Most probably the odds in favor of Khabib, the media, the observators say that. Why we should expect a surprise?
The odds were against me in my last fight, and I came through. I bust my ass. I put in the work. I believe in myself. I have the skill set. That's why.
Thank you so much.
fights in total in your career? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the most important fight of my career because I have a piece of the belt, and I need the other half. I need the other, and that's what happened on Saturday night. We unify the belts, and the best man is left standing.
Your preparation is very good. You are coach for this fight, for this event.
Yes.
Dustin, can I see your mic over? Just the bottom part.
Here? It's off.
Sure. No, I got it. Just a little bit, just a little interference.
Hello.
What's up, man?
We're happy to have you here in Abu Dhabi.
Great to be here.
So, what's your expectation for this fight, for this game?
I think it's going to be a great fight. I think the fans are going to get what they came out for. It's going to be a lot of energy in that arena Saturday night.
Tell us more about your preparation, how long you've been preparing for this fight.
This fight I did 10-week training camp in South Florida at American Top Team, one of the best team in the world. I prepare with a lot of wrestlers. We brought in some guys from up north who are a little bit bigger, have a great top game. We've checked all the boxes and done everything we can to be as prepared as we can for Saturday night, and I'm confident in my ability.
What do you want to say to Khabib?
See you Saturday.
So Dustin, you are a heavy hitter. When you touch guys up, they start to unravel. Now, do you think Khabib is going to be able to withstand the power? And aside from, obviously, you believe you're the best fighter he's ever faced, would you say you're the best puncher he's ever faced?
I mean, Conor can crack. I felt that firsthand. I might be one of the most crafty with my timing and rhythm that he's ever fought. Yeah, but the plan is to touch him. These things are heavy.
So in your past fight, specifically the Eddie Alvarez rematch, I believe, you were willing to jump a guillotine. And you've spoken about how you just feel so comfortable on the ground and how your ground game is underrated, which I completely agree with. But is that a technique that you kind of want to avoid in this specific matchup, or is it still something that you're willing to break out?
Nah, man, you got to risk it for the biscuit. If I feel that neck, if I get a grip, I'll chase it. Like you said, I have a very strong trust in my ability to scramble and build back up. I know Khabib's going to be one of the toughest guys to do that against, but I'm confident I can do it. And with me doing that, it's going to tire him out. My cardio is incredible, so if I get tired doing it, I know he's going to be tired.
Now, we already kind of talked about what would you do after this, you said Tony Ferguson, but what about an instant rematch? Is that something that you've considered, or something that was brought to you?
That hasn't even been thought about. That seems like so much needs to happen before that's even a possibility that I don't even think about those things. For young fighters, what I do every fight camp, this might help somebody. I draw a circle, and what I can control and what matters, I write inside of the circle. What has nothing to, critics, opinions, anything else, I draw outside of the circle. And here and there throughout camp, I go back to that and just remind myself. So, like, what you're talking about is interesting and stuff, but it doesn't matter right now. It's not inside the circle.
Dustin, are you nervous for Saturday and meeting up with Khabib?
I definitely have nerves, but I feel like it's more, I'm just anxious to perform. It's been a long camp. I want to perform well. But this is my 41st mixed martial arts fight. It's normal, natural nerves. I'm not, I'm excited.
Okay, and if you win, inshallah you win, how is that going to change your life?
It sets me up for bigger paydays, bigger fights. It changed my family's life. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm fighting for.
Yeah. That's the plan.
How is this weight cut been different flying halfway across the world? I spoke to your nutritionist briefly and he was telling me you were lighter than you usually are. Have you changed anything in terms of your diet and your weight cut to cater for Khabib's style? I know you've gone 5 rounds and you've had 8 finishes on your record, but fighting against such a heavy grapple approach, have you changed anything in your preparation?
Yeah, I actually came into this, you'd think I would want to come in heavier to combat his strength, but I came in lighter this fight because I want to be able to scramble the whole time. I don't want to cut as much weight. I'm the lightest I've ever been for a fight at 155 pounds. I brought in a nutritionist early, We paid a nutritionist to come out for the last 3 weeks of my training camp, make meals for me every day, do everything that needs to be done. I also flew him out here. He's been cooking for me all week. So it's been the most technical approach to making weight that I've ever taken in my career.
And you had mentioned before that at lightweight you actually walk around lighter than you did when you were a featherweight fighter.
Yeah, I used to walk around easily in the 190 pounds. I don't know what that is kilos for everybody else, but you know, I'd hit 190 pounds a week and a half, 2 weeks after my fights at 145. I was messing up my metabolism by starving my body for so long to where after I would fight, my body would just store everything and I would really balloon up. At 155 pounds, I get to low 180s, but I have to be like really eating and relaxing to get to that weight.
And you've been one of the fighters that have had so much success moving up the weight class. We've seen a couple of examples like Robert Whittaker. What do you attribute to that? If you like have a message for other fighters that are like grading themselves, obviously it's made a huge difference for you to move up in performances and results. What would you say to people who are grading themselves that clearly isn't the way to go?
Your quality of life is better. You enjoy training. You know, you're not just working to burn calories. You're working to get better, and you enjoy the process a lot more. I would go up to if the guys weren't so big at 170, I'd go up to 170. You know, it's just they're too big. These guys are walking around 200 something pounds. You know, but yeah, I'm enjoying life. My quality of life is a lot better.
Russian fighters, like each of them can help you maybe talk with.
We do have a lot of Russian fighters at the gym, but I haven't really picked anyone's brain.
Arman Sorokan, you took the photo.
We did. We trained a few times together when he was getting ready for his last fight. Probably 3 or 4 times. Strong wrestler, young kid, has a bright future.
He didn't help you in wrestle maybe. We know that.
We had a few training sessions, 3 or 4 training sessions.
Who was the main sparring partner for
My main partner was a guy from Philadelphia named Sidney Outlaw. He just got signed to Bellator recently. He's fighting Roger Huerta coming up. I found out about him because George Masvidal brought him in for a partner when he was getting ready for Ben Askren. And when we realized how good the guy was and how much good energy he brought, the gym asked him to come back for my training camp, and he did. So it was great having him there, and I leveled up my grappling for sure.
Sorry, man, do you have a training session or sparring session with Sambo fighters? Because Habib basically is Sambo, combat Sambo. Maybe you train with Sambo sportsmen?
No, I didn't.
Hey Dustin, I was just wondering, I like your tattoos. Is there any that what do they represent? The ones down your arm, on your sleeves?
A lot of different things.
Yeah.
They remind me of different points. I can remember where I was every time, every tattoo, so it kind of reminds me of, not milestones, but just, I can look back and remember what was going on in my life. Each one is like a history, a mark in history.
Hey, can we get a shout out to UFC Arabia app?
What's up?
UFC Arabia
Yeah,
app.
want me to just say what's up, UFC Arabia app?
Download the app to watch the fight on the 7th.
What's up? Download UFC Arabia app to watch my fight live, UFC 242, September 7th.
Justin, hi.
How you doing?
Can you show us the belt?
Look at that.
Good on you.
Huh?
Looks good on you.
Thanks, it feels great.
So Dustin, if you win the fight Saturday night, you already see a fight against Tony Berry.
Yeah,
Yeah?
for sure. He's the next guy in line.
Yeah. Sorry, if Habib can't fight with you on the reason, are you going to replace and who will get from Barboza or to replace Habib now?
Oh, why? What's going on?
If any reason, maybe like you see through or night.
I mean, I don't think about the negatives like that. You know, I don't walk around thinking about negative stuff like that. That's not going to happen. And
Dustin, can you tell us what the positives? You just said you don't like the negatives. The positives coming over here.
to be the first in history to put a loss on the guy's record, you know, there's something special about being the first. You know, this is a mountain that's never been climbed before, and I have an opportunity to do that, and I'm respecting that opportunity. It's a very historic night in combat sports, like I said, but in my career, you know, this is the pinnacle of mixed martial arts. Yeah.
Dustin, what's expect from the Dustin that enters the octagon on Saturday?
The most in the moment, well-rounded, focused fighter and athlete that I've ever been in my life.
Dustin, what's your rituals before you enter to the ring? Minutes before you enter to the ring.
Warm up. That's it. I don't really have. When I was younger, I used to do things similar all the time to try to have the same results and stuff like that. But then that's just crazy. You know, I purposely do things different sometimes now. Just to, I don't really have any ritual.
You talk to someone maybe from your family or.
You get a UFC 242 haircut?
Yeah, man. You like that?
Lovely.
Salon quality.
I tried to copy it, didn't work out. But can I ask you about the music that you walk into? Dustin, any particular reason you choose a particular song or whatever?
It's just a good vibe, and I paid the cost to be the boss. You know, paid in full, blood, sweat, and tears. My life's work.
That's a million times you've been asked the question, but lovely to hear it from you again.
Yeah, I've dedicated my life to this, to making this happen. It's very important for me. It's important for my family, and for my legacy. It means a lot.
Are you going to be able to do what Conor couldn't do?
Yeah, that's the plan.
And how are you mentally preparing for it?
I'm mentally ready for 25 minutes of bleeding and sweating and being uncomfortable. Yeah.
And what should people expect from Saturday?
They can expect me to put Khabib in positions you haven't seen him in and to hurt him.
Dustin, somebody in my office compared you to a tiger and compared Khabib to a boa constrictor. What do you think of the comparison, and how do you think it's going to be when the tiger fights a boa constrictor?
I don't know, man.
It's ridiculous, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit. The questions are getting a little silly.
Listen, Khabib used to train with bears wrestling, so what did you do in your trains to try to stop him in this kind of fight?
I just woke up every day and tried to be smarter than your average bear.
Dustin, you have a title there, but you only feel like a true champion if you win.
No, I feel like a true champion right now looking at you.
Dustin, who is the best British fighter at the moment?
At the moment, probably have to say Leon Edwards, yeah? Probably so. UFC, hold on. See UFC TV.
Sorry, what is your weight right now?
Around 10 pounds away.
10 pounds, right?
Dustin, the 155-pound division is really stacked. Where do you see this division in the next couple of years?
It's tough to say. It's been a little bit top-heavy these past, few months or past year. But after Saturday, it's going to clear up, I think, and play itself out. But there's a lot of great young contenders, a lot of veterans as well. It can take a lot of turns. No telling what's going to happen in the future.
And Conor McGregor, where do you see him coming into the equation?
He's always going to be near the top of the pack. But I believe right now with what Tony's done, Conor's always one win away from a title fight, probably. Yeah.
So do you really think you won that Max Holloway fight? Because a lot of people said it was a close contest and tie.
Next question, buddy. I dominated that
but
fight.
You think, yeah, of course I do.
Yeah. What kind of question is
But do you think think the UFC needs Conor McGregor? I know we need characters. There's a division in him as well.
You know, it's a yin yang. Life is all about balance. Some people want to tune in to see guys talking like that. Some people want to tune in to see
Guys fighting.
guys, you know, who don't. Guys who just talk about the craft and talk about getting better. You know, it just depends. It's a mixed fan base, and it sells tickets.
Dustin, thanks, Dustin. Apologies if you've already been asked, but you're obviously making history here in Abu Dhabi. And there's a 5-year agreement between the UFC and Abu Dhabi. How important is this event for the interest in the sport here in the region?
It's huge, and I think the buzz and the feeling I've been getting from the city, they're taking it well. People are excited. It's obviously sold out. Maybe next year they build a bigger arena, and the year after that a bigger arena. But I would love to come back and defend this belt here again. It's been such a great trip. I didn't know what to expect, and it really is incredible here.
What have the highlights been of your stay here so far?
Just how welcoming the city and the people have been. Everywhere is super nice. The service is great everywhere. I've never been anywhere in the world like I've been treated here.
What do you think it's going to take to have a fighter come through from this region, or specifically this country? And you'll play a big role in that, being the main event this weekend.
The constant evolution of training and gyms, you know. As long as there's good gyms here with good training partners, good coaches, the sky's the limit for any athlete here, any combat sports athlete here.
You know that jiu-jitsu is huge here. You know that very, very well. What do you know about jiu-jitsu here specifically?
I know years ago, all the way in Louisiana where I'm from, a buddy of mine moved here to teach jiu-jitsu full time. So, you know, if they're moving people out of Lafayette or Baton Rouge, Louisiana to teach jiu-jitsu in the school systems here, it's big.
Dustin, what would you say to that young man who was fighting in Louisiana circuit?
Who's fighting?
In Louisiana circuit, in the documentary, fighting. What would you say to that young man if you could say anything?
To myself?
Yeah.
To stay true to the past, you're going to be the world champion. You're going to shock the world September 7th.
Do you think that the UFC needs more weight classes?
I do. I personally think there should be more weight classes.
And how are you planning on taking down Khabib's takedown?
Buy the pay-per-view. Or show up to the fight, and I'll show you.
Dustin, how you finding the heat? Is it like playing a big factor?
I'm from Louisiana, and then I train in South Florida, so both are very hot. I think the temperature, the heat index yesterday in Louisiana was 99 degrees, so it's a little bit hotter here. Both places are humid as well, so it's not that foreign to me, honestly.
So you're kind of used to
that.
It's
a little bit hotter here, but it's nothing crazy.
Does it help with the weight cut in a way, you know, because you're obviously sweating more?
Yeah, the morning runs, I'm pouring sweat within the first few minutes of the run, you know. But the weight cuts really start tonight. Yeah, the water cut. So we'll see.
Dustin, can I ask about balancing these media requirements that you have to do during the week compared to what you need to do to get ready for Saturday and weighing it up? And are you always satisfied that you get the right balance?
Yeah, I mean, over the years and years of doing this, no questions or comments stick to me. You know, I've been shoulder rolling and moving out the way of weird questions my whole career, so I don't really play a whole lot into it. This is easy to me, very easy.
And the build-up this week, is it going how you planned months ago?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a big fight, but to see the UFC and Yahoo Sports talking about maybe up there in pay-per-view sales, and it's trending to be one of the biggest events in UFC history. I knew it was going to be big, but seeing that makes me feel good. You know, I want the world to be watching.
And I know you probably answered it already, but it could be humid in there on Saturday night. But you're used to that. That's nothing big to you. It doesn't change tactics or training at all.
No, I mean, I'm used to the humidity in Louisiana and Florida. I've been running in the humidity here. If anything, it makes me more slippery for Khabib to hold on to.
Excellent. Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate it.
last one, Darren Till from
That's another tough one. Can Till get back on track? Can Gastelum get back on track? Both guys are hungry. That's going to be a really good fight. That's a good matchup. I like Till a lot, but I would, if I was betting on it, I would probably bet on Gastelum.
Sorry, two last questions for me. Who is the three best Russian fighters without Khabib, on your opinion?
Fedor Emelianenko. Fedor's number one. Khabib's number two. Fedor's number one.
Who is the number two?
Khabib. I don't know number three.
Maybe you train with Alexei Olenek in your gym in America.
He's a veteran. He's been fighting a long time. He's got some sneaky tricks. Yeah, he's a very nice guy. I like him a lot.
And sorry for my English and for my question. You have broken ears like Dagestan wrestlers, and in Dagestan it's very respectful. Where and when you broken your ears first time?
Probably when I was 18 years old, maybe 19 years old. Jiu-jitsu.
In Louisiana?
Yes.
In Fight Will film, you say that you have many fights in your childhood. Who was your toughest opponent in your childhood?
I don't remember any of the guys' names, or most of them. I don't remember any. I don't know. That's too far.
Which your record on the street?
I gotta be. If I did lose, it's got to be one or two losses. Probably one loss, if that. I think I might be undefeated.
One loss only?
Huh?
One loss in the street you have?
These are. I don't really remember everything, but I'm sure I've lost a fight somewhere along the way.
Do you know that Arman Sarukan was criticized because he posted a photo with you and he called you as a real champion?
Was he?
Maybe not real champion, but champion. He called you as a champion, and he was criticized in Russia.
He was?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Quick words on Abu Dhabi. I know it's your first time here, but what have you think of your sort of experiences and views on the city so far?
Very clean, very beautiful city. People have been awesome, very welcoming. I thought because I was fighting a Muslim and this is a majority Muslim area that I would be in enemy territory, but I was completely wrong by thinking that. It's been one of the nicest places. This is my 41st fight. This is probably one of the most welcoming and inviting and nicest places I've ever fought.
It's positioning yourself as a capital of tolerance. Is that something that you would agree with?
Yeah, everybody. It feels good out here, man. It really does. It feels like I'm blown away. This completely. Not that I had bad thoughts about it, but it's way better than I could have expected.
Dustin, you don't use any trash talk, like Conor McGregor. Why?
It's a silly question. If somebody says "fuck you," I'll say "fuck you" back, but I'm not going to go out of my way to just assault somebody verbally. You know what I mean? It's just not how I roll.
I was speaking to Mike Brown yesterday, and he was telling me that he thinks like the underdog status. He said, I used to love fighting underdog status. It made me fight even harder. And he goes, I think Dustin is pretty much exactly the same guy like that. Would you agree? Like he said, it brings the best out of him.
It does, because everybody who's on that side of the fence is expecting me to get thrashed and humiliated, right? So I can only do better, right? All Khabib has to live up to going out there and dominating me. You know, if he doesn't go out there and beat me up and stop me early, he's gonna do worse than everybody predicted him to do. You know, I feel like the pressure's on him. I have everything to gain in this fight.
I feel like nearly every fight you go into, you have to deal with this, like where people are underselling you. So I guess there's probably a comfort in it too, right?
Yeah, it's not a foreign place to be. Yeah.
And just in terms of like a turbulent partisan crowd, I've seen you fight in those kind of situations before. It doesn't seem to bother you at all. But can you draw on that experience you have from your previous fights?
Yeah, this is an evolution of going up against the odds, of going up against the doubters, and walking past boos to get to this point. It's the perfect timing in my career to fight a fight like this because I don't care about that stuff. I care about 25 minutes.
Is there anything when you see, like, I mean, with Khabib's wrestling, you keep on talking about the strengths, right? That you're focusing on your strengths, not his. And when I think about what McGregor has said after his fight with Khabib, it feels like he has fallen into that trap to some degree. Like that's what he keeps saying about it. You know, we just focus on wrestling. I was barely doing any pad rounds. I mean, did you take anything from him saying that, or was this just always your thought process going into this fight?
This was just my process going into this. I knew that I needed to try to hurt the guy. I knew that I didn't want to circle too much and put myself on the fence or lose rounds by being too timid. I just need to go out there and fight. I can do it all, you know.
Is this a shock the world moment? Like, I know it's hard for you to see that. Like, I mean, when you look at the skill sets, it's very even. But just given the fact that the UFC are coming to Abu Dhabi, it's based around, you know, Khabib being this huge star in this part of the world. Like, can you safely say it is probably a shock the world moment if you pull this off on Saturday?
100%, without a doubt in my mind. There's no question about it. This is I'm going to shake up the world.
And obviously you want to go back to the States then immediately for the first title defense after doing this. Is that what you want?
We'll see. Whatever the UFC wants to do and whatever we can agree on. But I just want to bring the belt back to the States and bring it to my daughter.
Have you been in touch with her, or do you try and kind of separate yourself from that to kind of get into a kind of fighting mindset?
No, my family comes with me to training camps. I don't separate myself too much from it. You know, when I was younger, I used to think maybe I needed to here and there, but my wife and daughter come with me to my whole training camp, every fight camp. We're very close. They're my why. I like to have them around.
Thanks so much, Dustin.
There are a lot of Russian and even Dagestani fighters in the AT team. Did you worry about somebody could be a spy for a Khabib team?
I don't really do a lot of training sessions that you'd be able to get info from in front of group classes and stuff. I do a lot of my stuff closed off with just my coaches at different times. We might wrestle together and stuff, but when it comes to game plan specific stuff for fighting, we do separate. Away from everybody, whether you're Dagestani or American, it doesn't matter, we just separate.
Sorry if it's not a secret. When I look on your watch, how much you watch is it? If it is not a secret,
it's a secret.
Secret? Okay.
Dustin, I wanted to know how do you feel about being in Abu Dhabi and having Abu Dhabi Showdown Week, find out a whole week of activities in preparation for the fight?
It's exciting. It feels good. Everything's been great. It's going to be a huge event. Yeah.
What can you say about Abu Dhabi for us?
That it's been very welcoming and a pleasure to be here. Everyone's been very nice, very accommodating. The service has been incredible. Everybody's been helpful. I have nothing bad to say. It's been incredible. Besides the heat, you know, I'd like it a little cooler, but everything's great.
You have to come back soon again.
Yeah.
So you get involved in a little bit of Arabic dancing at the airport.
I need to work on it, man. I wasn't too crispy.
How's that footwork compared to yours?
I think I got a little bit better footwork. I just wasn't expecting it. I just got off an airplane, but it was fun. Cool. What an incredible experience.
Have you ever before where you've been picked up in a roller before?
No. Getting treated well. Done?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Do you want to just hang
Huh? Yeah, yeah.